Today I am super duper excited because I'm taking you to my hometown, Sokcho. Sokcho is known for its freshest and the most delicious seafood ever, in my opinion, and also for its famous beach town that everyone flocks to. And I'm going to show you Sokcho's must-have local eats that my family in Sokcho took me to. Oh boy, so delicious. And no, they're not all seafood either. And I'm also going to show you the tourist attractions in Sokcho that makes Sokcho such a destination. It has been written up recently that Sokcho now has become as popular as Jeju Island as a tourist destination. So you need to watch this. Hi everyone, this is Helen and welcome to Modern Pepper. 안녕하세요, Modern Pepper의 헬렌입니다. Okay, let's first start with how to get to Sokcho from Seoul. So there's two options. You can drive, which is about 120 miles from Seoul, a little over 2-hour drive, or take the express bus, which is the option that I recommend. Because during heavy traffic hours, there's a highway lane that is dedicated just for buses, so you will not be sitting in traffic. And the bus also has a huge luggage storage compartment, so you could stow away even your extra large luggages under the bus. And you need to get to GangNam Express Bus Terminal, GangNam Gosok Bus Terminal, which is connected by the subway system. And this is a huge station where the lower level you could go shopping for budget-friendly items to kill time, and upstairs has tons and tons of places to grab food. These buses are quiet rides, so don't be that tourist that's speaking on the phone the whole time or having a loud conversation. Please. Now the seats are super comfortable with the leg rests, so it's like similar to business class seats here in the US. Now what makes riding these express buses so fun for me is the rest stop called 휴게소. All of these express rest stops has tons and tons of food and drink options, so come hungry. So grab your food, go to the restroom, and be back on the bus before 15 minutes because the driver will literally leave you if you're not on the bus within 15 minutes on the dot. And the Sokcho line has one stop at Yangyang, which is about 20 minutes before its final destination, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Yangyang a little bit later. According to my cousins in Korea, the government is working on building a railroad from Seoul to Sokcho. Wouldn't that be nice? The main reason that Koreans flock to Sokcho is for its fresh seafood. And when I mean fresh, the seafood is kept alive and is made to order. So it doesn't get fresher than that, folks. Fresh filleted fish served on a plate like this is called 회 or 생선회. And this beautiful bowl you see right here is called 물회. It is a ceviche salad bowl filled with fish fillet and seafood in this cold, addictive broth. And I mean, once it hits the lips, you will not be able to stop. Seriously. And I grew up eating 물회 as a kid. It is my all-time favorite way to eat fresh seafood ever. Now, once you are done feasting on your fish fillet, 회, and crabs and 물회, then you end your meal with this pot of bubbling, spicy seafood stew. This last course is literally my favorite part. I could put my face in this pot even though it's steaming hot because it's so spicy, but so good and garlicky, and I'm in love. That's how good it is. Now, my family in Sokcho has been in the seafood restaurant business for many decades. And here is my first uncle, 큰 삼촌's restaurant called 대포리횟집. And it could seat up to 200 guests. It also has a private room. And what makes this restaurant extra special is the fact that it is literally right at the front of the ocean. There is nothing like eating the freshest and delicious seafood with the ocean view literally right next to your table. Priceless. And literally 1 block from this restaurant is another restaurant that my uncle owns called 머구리횟집, which is managed by my cousin Sang-jun. And upstairs from the restaurant is oceanfront lodging managed by my dear cousin Hisun called Bau-Haus. We stayed in this duplex suite with floor-to-ceiling windows with 2 private balconies, and this view from the rooftop balcony was just breathtaking. And just minutes away from my uncle's restaurant is my aunt's restaurant called HwangGuHwalUh-HwetJip, which is managed by my cousin Taejung. And Taejung is a chef known for making the most exquisite, prettiest seafood platters, as you can see. It's almost too pretty to eat, right? I say. Now, both of my uncle's and aunt's restaurants are located in DehPo. And DehPo is the mecca of seafood restaurants. And the map links are listed in the description box below. And here is my second uncle, 작은 삼촌's restaurant called 장수활어횟집, which literally sits on the ocean at the famous Sokcho beach. And Sokcho beach is the famous beach that everyone flocks to, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. And my second uncle's restaurant is frequented by Korean celebrities. Yes, these plates you see are signed autographs of Korean celebrities. So, in addition to the freshest and delicious seafood at my uncle's restaurant, if you want to bump your elbows with Korean celebrities, go here. And right above the restaurant is my cousin Kenny's cafe called Brotherhood Coffee. I mean, there's nothing like sipping on your handcrafted artisanal coffee while staring into the blue, crisp ocean. You could literally hear the waves crashing. And because this is a quiet cafe, you could literally sit back and relax and have a blessed moment to yourself with coffee. And here's me loving life, snacking on Turkish cream bread spread made by my cousin's wife, Penny, who is a pastry chef. And this cream bread spread drizzled with honey pairs so nicely with latte or iced coffee. And by the way, I had both at the same time. So go to Brotherhood Cafe to take a break from the hustle of traveling so you could sit down and stare into the blue, crisp ocean while sipping on handcrafted artisanal coffee drinks. Now, in addition to the freshest and delicious seafoods, Sokcho is also known as a foodie destination. So here are some of your must-have Sokcho eats. My aunt took us to DanChunMyunOak. DanChunMyunOak is a restaurant that specializes in 함흥냉면. And naengmyeon is a classic summer noodle dish that is beloved by all Koreans. Now, what makes 함흥냉면 extra special is the noodles. 함흥냉면 noodles are made differently from other naengmyeon noodles. Yes, there are different noodles out there for naengmyeon. 함흥냉면 noodles are made with sweet potato starch noodles and other ingredients to make this dark gray colored noodles that are chewy, that are super tasty, and once you eat it, you will not be able to stop deliciousness noodles. I am not even exaggerating or kidding, even if I sound like it. But my ultimate favorite is hwaennaengmyeon, which is dressed in this spicy seasoning sauce with fish fillet of fish. And then once you start eating, you feel instantly happy. You're walking into the gates of food heaven. OMG. Now, if you want to learn how to make 물냉면 or hwaennaengmyeon at home, I have recipe for those, so check the description box below. Here is another noodle dish that is beloved by Koreans called jjajangmyeon, also known as black bean sauce noodles by our non-Korean friends. Now, every neighborhood has their own favorite jjajangmyeon restaurant, and Sokcho's famous jjajangmyeon restaurant is called 영빈반점. I mean, look at this plate of fried goodness. This dish is called 탕수육. You could get this with beef or pork, and it's served with this sweet, tangy sauce. But this restaurant took it to another level, and I see why this place is so famous. The deep batter, it was unlike other 탕수육s I've ever had. This place made the batter white and snowy, so as my aunt's cutting these into bite-sized pieces, I could literally hear the crunch of the batter. Now, when you eat 탕수육, you want to make this dipping sauce. You add a splash of vinegar, some soy sauce, then a sprinkle of gochugaru, red pepper flakes, mix it all up. Then you take your 탕수육 piece, you drench it in this sweet gravy sauce, then you dip it in this vinegar soy sauce, dipping sauce, then it goes into your mouth. And here is their jjajangmyeon. Oh, this restaurant took it to another level. They made this jjajangmyeon spicy, which I've never had before. Oh, it brought me home. It made me happy. That's all I'm gonna say. And of course, we had to have jampong, which is your spicy noodle soup with seafood and pork and vegetables. And the spicy broth is so good that even when you get home that night, you can't stop thinking about it. That's how good this is. This was one of those meals where we were just silent. Nobody talked because everybody was busy entering the gates of food heaven. Then my first uncle, 큰삼촌, took us to a tofu specialty restaurant called KongSeuhLee, where they make tofu from scratch every morning. First of all, let me start with the side dishes here, called banchan in Korean. Look, not every Korean restaurant serves good banchan. Some are like, But this restaurant, every side dish here, I loved. And this restaurant had me at this individual rice pot. The rice was cooked to perfection, soft, fluffy, and yet slightly chewy. Then you scrape out the rice, leaving the scorched rice on the bottom, called 누룽지. Then you pour some hot water, put the lid on it, and once the scorched rice, 누룽지, becomes soft, then it becomes 숭늉, which is your scorched rice tea. Folks, this is a delicacy. 숭늉 is your ultimate palate cleanser in Korean cuisine, and this restaurant got it right. And one of my favorite Korean side dish is 명란젓, which is your seasoned fresh Polak fish roe. It is a delicacy. It is so good. And you have it with warm Korean rice. I cannot tell you. You just have to have it. And this dish is dried Polak fish seasoned with spicy gochujang sauce, then roasted to perfection. This with warm Korean rice, another great perfect combination that I love. And this is a gourmet side dish, 간장게장, fresh crabs marinated in this delicious soy sauce mixture. You literally suck on it like a vampire to extract the fresh, sweet crab meat. I mean, I was already in food heaven and we didn't even get to this delicious tofu stew. Look at this bubbling pot of tofu stew. It's just ever so slightly spicy with tons of vegetables. And let me tell you, the tofu, when it's made fresh that morning, it is bar none compared to those packaged tofu that we all buy at the supermarket. And the broth was so light and refreshing in taste that I could not stop drinking the broth. This meal was one of my favorite meals in Korea. And here is my sweet uncle hosting us and serving us. Oh, he's so sweet. Now, this potato dish called 감자 옹심이 is very unique to Sokcho. And Sokcho is part of Gangwon province where we eat tons and tons of delicious potatoes. These clay pots are filled with clusters of chewy and tender potato dough like Italian gnocchi and soft tender noodles, all swimming in this gravy-like sauce broth where you just slurp and slurp. These potato dough clusters make such lovely chewy sound in your mouth that you can't help but fall in love with the sound coming from your mouth. It's so good. Oh, and these tender noodles literally just disappear in your mouth. So good. And this gravy-like sauce broth literally coats your mouth with such yummy happiness that you just keep on going back for more and more and more. These long strip dumplings called 메밀전병 are made with buckwheat flour wrappers. This one is stuffed with zucchini. Oh, so yummy. And this one is stuffed with kimchi. Ooh, I could not stop eating these. So delicious. Here is Sokcho's legendary barbecue restaurant called YeonTanBulShengguYee. This place is a hole-in-the-wall with a nostalgic vibe from the 70s. The interior of the restaurant is intentional, making you feel like you are traveling back in time. This place is so famous that people from all over Korea come to Sokcho just to eat here. Yes, Koreans love bougie fine dining, but we also love these hole-in-the-wall, nostalgic vibe restaurants. And what makes barbecuing here so special are these briquettes called yeontan. Way back when, before we had modern heating and gas stove for cooking, these briquettes was the only source for heating the house and for cooking. The menu specialty here is pork. Every part of pork you could imagine, they have it. So if you are a pork lover, ooh, you're gonna love this place. I think we ordered every part of the pork on the menu, and it was so fun grilling and also getting schooled by my aunt on all different parts of the pork. And my cousin said, at this restaurant, you don't dare to ask for rice. He said, you come here to grill at the table, eat your pork, and drink your soju. And this place had every brand of soju fully stocked. My cousin said, this place is a paradise for true soju drinkers. Yup, if you ask for flavored soju, they might ask you to leave. Okay, this is how the pros eat here. In between grilling, you are served with 된장찌개, which is soybean paste stew. You eat this as like a palate cleanser in between grilling. Then you have your lettuce wrap, again with no rice. Then you have your grilled pork dipped in salt and dipped in curry powder, and you eat it as is. Then you also dip it in bean powder, 콩가루. They all had an interesting taste, but my favorite was dipped in salt. Ooh, that was just tender, salty, and yummy goodness. And here's the owner, 사장님. He is such a hipster. Look at this guy. It's the middle of the summer, and he's wearing a beanie. And my aunt's telling him to smile because he's going to be on YouTube. And the pro way to end this meal is with a pot of ramyeon. Oh boy, this hit the spot. Oh, I really loved it. This meal was a small crew of my Sokcho family. We had a fantastic time. There's nothing like grilling meat together with your loved ones. And this legendary barbecue restaurant is right in Sokcho's food town. Yep, Sokcho is a foodie destination, and you could walk around here and there's tons of restaurants. Now for casual snacking and strolling around, I highly recommend going to 중앙시장, which literally means Central Market. 중앙시장 is an outdoor market that I have been going to as a little kid holding my grandmother's hand to go grocery shopping. And for casual snacks, this is where you want to go to have fish cakes called 어묵 and spicy rice cakes called 떡볶이, potato pancakes called 감자전, 오징어 순대, which is squid stuffed with noodles and vegetables. Ooh, this is really good. And you could check out all the side dishes called banchan and spicy fermented seafood called 젓갈. And 젓갈 is a gourmet delicacy, folks. And for Sokcho's famous fried chicken that literally sells out by mid-afternoon. And these traditional cookies made with this airy rice puffs in the middle. Oh, amazing. And my all-time traditional Korean cookie that I cannot get enough of, called yakgwa. Oh, I love this. I love it. And when I was pregnant with my kids, I could not stop eating these cookies. And this central market has evolved and changed so much since I was a kid, but this one store is still here. This is a store where I would turn to walk up to school every day. This is a milling store called 방앗간, and back in the day, everyone used to bring their sesame seeds to turn it into sesame oil, rice grains to turn into rice flour, dried pepper to turn it into gochugaru. It really warmed my heart to see this store and brought back memories of my childhood. Oh, I loved it. And one of the coolest food deliveries that my cousin Kenny got for me is this candied fresh fruit called tanghuru. The origin of this snack is from China, but tanghuru is extremely popular in Korea. It is delicious. The fresh fruit is perfectly ripe, and then it is coated in this white syrupy sugar that has completely hardened. Oh, the combination of the fresh fruit covered in this hardened sugar candy was just, oh, divine. And my obnoxiously big sun hat. Hey, all the ladies in Korea wear big sun hats. So when in Rome, ladies. Now, I also need you to check out my other vlogs of Korea. One is Insider's Guide to Foods in Seoul, so which includes where to go and what to eat from a Korean friend, not from a foreigner visiting Korea for the first time telling you where to go eat, okay? And 2 is my 3-day, 3-city trip outside of Seoul to Busan, Yeosu, and Jeonju for their famous must-have local eats. And 3 is your must-see tourist attractions in Seoul. 4th is your shopping guide in Seoul, which includes budget-friendly shopping as well as your luxury brand shopping. And my 4-day trip to Jeju Island, which I loved. All those vlogs will be in the description box below, so check them out. All right, now back to Sokcho. And here are some highlights that make Sokcho such a destination, yes, even as popular as Jeju Island that was written up recently. Tourists also flock to Sokcho for its white sandy, clear blue water beach. I was here in June, which is why the beach looks almost empty, but in July and August, Sokcho Beach gets fully packed. My kids absolutely love the speedboat ride on the beach. My middle kid, not so much. In addition to the Ferris wheel rides, there's also summer concerts. You could also rent surfboards and boogie boards, making Sokcho Beach a fun destination for everyone. Okay, so here's an insider's tip for my young friends, okay? I graduated from the clubbing scene many decades ago, but if you want to go clubbing and have fun like that, you need to go to Yangyang. Yangyang is only about 20-minute drive from Sokcho. It is also known as a destination for surfers, so if you're into surfing, you need to go there. But Yangyang is known as the place to go if you want to party by the beach, okay? So while you are visiting Sokcho, I highly recommend going to Goseong Unification Observatory where you can see North Korea. It is about a 45-minute drive from Sokcho City to the observatory tower. Unlike the other DMZ tour, this observatory is smaller, you don't need a passport, you don't need to make a reservation ahead of time. It is a laid-back observatory where you get to see North Korea's coastline. It was truly surreal to see North Korea with my own eyes. And at the same time, I couldn't help but to feel sad for so many families that are separated from the north and the south. My maternal grandmother, 외할머니, and my father-in-law are both from North Korea, with many family members that stayed behind after the war. The coastline that separates North and South Korea is absolutely beautiful, so do go check it out. What makes Sokcho such a destination for outdoor lovers is Sorak Mountain, Soraksan. You can go for a leisurely walk around the beautiful Soraksan National Park, and for avid hikers, there's so many beautiful hikes that you can do. Or you could take the easy route and take the cable car up to the top for this spectacular, breathtaking views. Oh, wow. And there's also a Buddhist temple on top of the mountain that you could go check out. And another outdoor activity that you could do right in Sokcho City is going to this beautiful lake called Yeongnam-ho, which dates back to Silla Dynasty. This is where the locals go for their daily walks or jogs or ride around the bike. Most of the lake is covered with trees, so it's nicely shaded to walk around and burn off those calories that you just consumed. And attached to the lake is a famous rock called Bombawi, Bum Rock. Bombawi is so famous that every elementary school kid in Sokcho goes here for their class field trip. And I have fond memories of going here on class field trips too. And overlooking the lake is where my maternal grandparents, 외할머니 and 외할아버지, are resting in peace. And taking my family there to pay their respects to my grandparents was the highlight of my trip to Korea. Now, people also flock to Sokcho for this hot springs public bathhouse called Cheoksan Oncheon Hyangchon. But this bathhouse, Cheoksan Oncheon, is extra special because of its natural hot springs water. And this bathhouse has an outdoor rooftop hot springs bath pool. And the day that I went with my aunt, it was raining, but we sat in this outdoor hot springs bath pool. It was amazing. We were surrounded by rocks and under this beautiful canopy. It was an experience. Then afterwards, I headed downstairs and got a beat down exfoliating scrub, which was amazing. And folks in Korea, there's no such thing as a co-ed bathhouse. Men and women are always kept separate. And right outside the lobby entrance is this tea shop that sells artisanal gourmet sangwacha, which is your tonic tea. I brought back home so many of these tea bags, so good. If you go here, you really must get some of these teas. And if you are looking for one-of-a-kind souvenir that is specific to Sokcho, you need to check out Asian Highway gift shop. Everything in here is so cute, so cool, and also made locally by the owners. Go here because this neighborhood is also a great area to just walk around and window shop. My family and I had a fantastic time with my Sokcho family. We had a fabulous barbecue party at my second uncle, 작은 삼촌's place. And these are my cute, adorable nieces and my adorable nephew, Do, and my cousins, Heesun and Heejin, and my rock star cousin Kenny, and my cousin Taejung ATVing with my son. I hope to return soon so I can spend more quality time with my Sokcho family. Now, I also need you to go to youtube.com/modernpepper and check out my authentic Korean recipes that you could easily replicate at home. So I will see you there. So I want to thank you for watching today, and if you enjoyed watching today's video, I want to kindly ask you to click on that thumbs up icon and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and perhaps share this video with your family and friends. 여러분 오늘 재밌게 보셨으면 꼭 좋아하는 버튼과 구독 버튼을 눌러주세요. 다음 영상에서 꼭 뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다. Alright folks, I will see you in one of the videos you see right here.